Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Basic tools to be sovereign. Now, you know, especially on my Saturday videos, it's all about that masculinity, being sovereign, being dominant in your own life, being on your mission, your purpose. A lot of content creators talk about that. Now, that's the main thing. Now, these are some basic tools to be sovereign. To be sovereign. It's one thing to say, yeah, I want to be a sovereign man, but it's another thing to know the tools that you need to do so. So the first one is just having a mindset. You got to make a choice that you want to have some control in your life. I made that choice when I was young. And of course, I had to work 1,000 jobs and everything and be in situations where I had to compromise. But no matter what, the drive was control over my life. And you got to have that mindset. Unfortunately, a lot of men are followers. You know, they don't, they want to, basically put their lives in other people's hands. And this goes beyond being a job. This goes beyond it. A lot of men, they want to look up to someone else in such a way that person has control over their lives. Now, it's one thing if you look at them and you learn from someone else, but if you just totally following them like a sheep or something, that's a problem. That's not sovereign. And a lot of men not even thinking in terms of even getting to that point of sovereignty. So you have to start with the mindset that you want to be sovereign, that you want control. And not just talk about, oh, that'll be a nice thing. Like, okay, you got that mindset. Okay, let me start working on it. Because once you make that decision, everything starts to change because you want to look at everything you're doing in life differently. So that's one tool. Another tool, health. Now, I'm known for talking about body game, and of course the aesthetics and stuff attract women. But if you want to do something in life, you got to be healthy. I've talked about this before. Body game is bigger than just the women, and you need your health. How you going to do anything, go through life, but you can't walk a few steps without breathing too hard, or you bedridden, or you can't do some things. And that health, honestly, goes even beyond body game. Mental health. I need to do a separate video on that. I've talked about that before, but I need to emphasize it more. You need to make sure you're healthy mentally. And unfortunately, some of it can be genetic that leads to it, but then a lot of it is just the circumstances, what happened in life. There's a lot of men going through depression and other disorders or situations and stuff, but they're not addressing it. So you have to address your physical health and your mental health. Indeed, I would say if you address your mental health, your physical health will be even better because people don't realize the connection between the two. Like if you're depressed, you're down in the dumps, you don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to go out. Shoot, many people who are punishing their own bodies with drug use and bad foods and stuff is coming from the mind. So you have to deal with your mental health. You have to deal with your overall health. You got to look at it in a holistic sense. So you have to deal with all of those things. So dealing with your health overall, that's a tool. Knowledge. And I don't mean like just some knowledge just to have information. Knowledge you can apply. Your intelligence. How do you apply? See, real intelligence is solving the problems of everyday life. That's why you have some people, they got plenty of knowledge, but their lives are jacked up. Information, but they can't rub two pennies together. Information is great. You got some people, I've met individuals, men and women. Oh, they could go on like a game show. They can give you like obscure facts and everything. They can talk about some things that you just like, wow. But then they have to go back to their mediocre job, if they even have a job. They're not applying it. See, real knowledge is more than even just getting information, but just knowing life. Street smarts, that's knowledge. Knowing how to navigate in the streets, knowing how to interact with people, because that's one of the things in this world. The overwhelming 99.999% of us have to interact with other people. Knowledge of other people, like knowledge is so myriad. You need to get as much knowledge as possible in different areas. Like the information, it needs to actually relate to the next thing I'm gonna get into. You needed to make that money. I'll get into the money in a second. But you really have to work on that. You gotta get the information. You need the skills, your knowledge of how to do your job. That's the main thing. Are you credentialed? Are you educated? Whatever you need to do that job. Knowledge of dealing with other people, interacting, knowledge of self, just knowing who you are. Knowledge is power that is applied. In fact, it should be said applied knowledge is power. You need that to be sovereign. How much time I got? Oh, okay. We're good. I got to keep this thing going, because, I'm here to make money too. I'm here to help, but I got to make some money too. Needed a certain length. Also, when we talk about money, let's just be real. Money isn't everything. It's just up there with oxygen. There was somebody who commented on another one of my videos where I talked about men making money. He said, well, you can be a man without making money. Well, yeah, technically, yeah, but how you a man, but you don't have your own place? How you a man, but you don't have sovereignty? See, the thing with money is a tool. Money is a tool that gives you power to move through the world. Let's be real. If a man has money in his pocket, he moves through the world differently. He talks with people differently. He interacts differently. It gives him more options. He can live where he want to live. Part of sovereignty is you can live where you want to live. Regardless whether you rent, buy, whatever, you can still say, you know what, I want to rent this place that's $50,000 a year. How you gonna do that? I mean, $50,000 a month. Oh, they got places like that. How you gonna do that without money? Because it gives you more options. Let me get into that where you're living, because every man should always strive. Even if you don't have it now, strive to have your own spot, your own space. Every man. Whether you rent or own it, as long as it's your space, and at the very least you have leverage over what to do with it. I'm gonna say leverage over what to do with it. Because even if you own a home, there's only some, you can't do certain things because it might violate some codes, but at least have some leverage there. It's a powerful thing. But you get some men, they don't even have that much. But you gotta have it. See, when you have it, when you feel power, when we talking about health, when you have money to go say, oh man, I'm feeling bad, let me go see the doctor, boom, you ain't worried about it. Or when you have money to keep your vehicle fixed. When you have money to keep your vehicle fixed, it's a powerful feeling. I got a scratch, a few weeks ago, I got a scratch on like the under part of my car. You can't even see it unless you know where to look. But I was like thinking, man, I can go get this fixed. That was a powerful feeling that I said something like very superficial, something that people wouldn't notice unless you point it out. Just knowing I have the money in my account to go fix it if I feel like it. Or just to travel. I can just say, want to travel here. Boop, 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 boom. Book flight, go. Like I can book a flight the day of if I have to. That's powerful. That is powerful because money is a tool. But even to get it, let's go back around. You got to have the mindset to be sovereign. You got to have the health to do what you need to do and everything. You need the knowledge. The way I make my money, I have to have the knowledge of how to set this up. I have to have the knowledge of how to write effectively. I have to have this. I have to have all of this. You need knowledge in order to make money. All of it's together. See, one of the things with it, just going through life, everything isn't like separate. Everything touches one thing or the other. Like you have to have the mindset to even make money to the extent that you can control your life. You have to have the health to take the action to make the money. See how it's connected? You have to have the knowledge. And indeed, when you take that money, you can go get the knowledge. You can buy the books, you can take the courses, you can hire the mentors, the coaches. Everything is connected. So these are just basic tools. But if you lack one, you will have trouble becoming sovereign. If you like just one of them, like how you going to be sovereign, but you don't have any money? You got to make money. You don't have, how much control you going to have in your life in this society? Everything out here, people talking about all this other stuff, is mainly economic. Let's just be real. It's everything. So you got to have one. But if you don't have if you don't have a mindset, well, you'll just be under people's thumbs for the rest of your life, even if you make decent money and everything. Even the health thing, health. How you even going? How would you even enjoy your sovereignty and stuff if you can't walk up some steps without breathing hard? Everything is connected. All right. So those are the basic tools. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I want y'all to work on it. Okay. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessing.